Late autumn. It's time to layer up for the cold. In the 20th century, a remarkable garment was invented for the fairer sex to wear during this season. Tights, comfortable, practical, and warm. It may seem like a simple, everyday item of clothing. However, the manufacturing process is quite complex and involves numerous technological stages. So, how is this essential wardrobe staple for women and children made? Tights were first popularized in the 1940s by actress Ann Miller in the United States. Until the mid-1960s, there was no urgent need for them. Women primarily wore stockings. But with the invention of the miniskirt, a fundamentally new garment became necessary. Thus, tights were born. In the USSR, the fashion for this item arrived from Czechoslovakia. This is why the Russian language uses the Czech term, which literally translates to little pants. Interestingly, the Soviet Union once ranked among the global leaders in per capita hosiery consumption. These products are manufactured using a variety of raw materials. Modern tights are predominantly made from synthetic fibers, such as polyamide or elastane. Some winter models are crafted using natural fibers like cotton and wool. Artificial fibers such as viscose and bamboo are also utilized. Additionally, tights are made from various elastic materials, including silk, nylon, spandex, and lycra. This is what we call greige yarn, raw material that has not yet been processed or dyed. If tights were produced directly from this, they would simply be white. First, the yarn is tested in the laboratory to ensure it meets metric specifications. We test the yarn for linear density. When the yarn arrives, we must verify that the yarn count matches the specific delivery. This device is a wrap reel used to wind off 100 meters of cotton yarn. We then weigh each skein on electronic scales to precisely determine if the yarn count is accurate. The yarn matches the supplier's data. The count and linear density are correct. Everything passes inspection. Only after rigorous testing does the yarn proceed to the winding department. Here, the raw material is transferred from one spool to another. One such bobbin weighs about 2 kilograms. Only clean yarn must enter the automated knitting machines. To achieve this, it passes through a paraffin ring. Manufacturers call this refining the thread, removing the top layer and eliminating lint. The thread is then rewound from large bobbins into 170-gram hanks to ensure even dyeing. A winder manually ties each hank to prevent tangling. If we are knitting hosiery products, like socks or tights from pre-dyed yarn, we rewind it into skeins. These skeins are then packed and sent for dyeing. After dyeing, they are dried in chambers and rewound back onto bobbins. We use a steam dryer where the chamber temperature reaches approximately 120 degrees Celsius. After that, we wind it back onto bobbins. The automated machines receive dyed yarn rather than raw greige yarn. This is necessary for patterns, stripes, and so on. Also, items like terry cloth cannot be dyed after they are made. We prepare them using pre-dyed yarn and then sew them. The finished product is already colored. The dyed yarn is ready. It is rewound from hanks back to bobbins and sent to the knitting department. These circular knitting machines create the future tights. Initially, each leg is produced separately. They will be sewn together later. For now, in 14 minutes, 2 tubes are ready. Notably, even for standard tights, several thousand rows must be knitted. Doing this manually with needles would take weeks or months, but a specialized machine does it much faster. A hosiery knitting machine utilizes several hundred needles simultaneously. Next, the 2 knitted tubes are sewn together. The gusset, toes, and waistband are added. If the items were not knitted from pre-dyed yarn, they are sorted by size, bagged, and sent to the dye house. Tights arrive at the boarding station in bags as a mass of tangled, tube-like items. Boarding machines are used to give the product its anatomical shape. When you buy tights in a store, know they were tried on before you, not on legs, but on a specialized steam form. Temperatures reach 120 degrees C. This procedure takes 12 minutes for every 70 pairs. Afterward, they are sorted by size into trays and moved to the finishing department. A sorter then inspects the tights, selecting them and checking for any defects. Although we have a quality control department, OTK, and technicians, the sorter is the final stage. She checks for even dyeing and ensures there are no dropped stitches or thread breaks. She verifies the overall appearance. The products then move along the conveyor to have the labels attached. Once the label is sewn onto the product, it is packed into plastic bags. Over 25 years, this Karaganda hosiery factory has accumulated extensive experience in developing new product lines. These products follow fashion trends and meet demand based on purpose, season, and customer preference. Firstly, independence gave us the freedom of entrepreneurship. In Soviet times, we could not have owned such a large enterprise or started a business. Not only can we build a business, but the state also supports us in every possible way. For instance, we were recently included in a program to manufacture hosiery for the armed forces. Additionally, the regional administration organized a delegation to Almaty to meet with the management of major supermarket chains. We signed contracts with them and are always eager for new partnerships. We work with wholesalers and retail chains, contributing our share to the development of the light industry. We are creating jobs and constantly participating in trade fairs. Now on store shelves, the finished products await their moment to become part of your wardrobe. Buy products made in Kazakhstan.